Hey everyone! Today I've got an interesting story to share with you all. Are you ready to hear it? The story is titled, Elon Musk's Secret Neuro-Tech Exposed by a Food Truck Photographer. The air in Zilker Park was a sensory explosion, a true taste of Austin. The smoky, sweet scent of Texas barbecue mingled with the spicy aroma of sizzling fajitas and the sugary perfume of deep-fried Oreos. Live music, a blend of country twang and bluesy riffs, pulsed from various stages, creating a vibrant, chaotic energy. Harper Jones, a whirlwind of focused energy herself, moved through the crowds with the practiced ease of a seasoned photographer. Her Canon EOS R5, her most prized possession and tool of her trade, felt like an extension of her arm. Her current assignment, capturing the heart and soul of the city's beloved food truck festival for Austin Eats magazine, was crucial. A successful spread could be her ticket to more stable work and a lifeline for her and Leo. 8-year-old Leo, usually a bundle of energy, lagged slightly behind, a familiar weariness creeping into his small frame. The festive atmosphere couldn't entirely mask the dull ache in his joints, a constant reminder of his juvenile arthritis. His eyes, however, still held a spark of wonder as he
the
took
golden
in the colorful
hour approached,
trucks and the
painting the
throngs of
sky
happy
in
people.
hues
of orange and purple. The festival reached its peak. The line at Harper's favorite Snap and Spice taco truck snaked around picnic tables. Suddenly, a figure in a nondescript black hoodie, moving with an almost frantic pace, brushed past, nearly sending a tower of freshly fried churros tumbling to the ground. Harper steadied the tray, a fleeting annoyance crossing her face. Just moments later, her sharp photographer's eye spotted something out of place on a nearby picnic table. A sleek, silver tablet, its screen dark. Instinctively, Harper picked it up. It felt expensive, important. Thinking of the owner's likely panic, she scanned the retreating crowd, her gaze locking onto the familiar black hoodie disappearing towards the main stage. "Excuse me. Sir, you left your tablet," Harper called out, her voice a strange shout against the backdrop of music and laughter. The figure hesitated, then turned. Harper's breath caught in her throat. Even in the fading light and the casual attire, there was no mistaking the distinctive features, the intense gaze. It was Elon Musk. He looked a little rumpled, perhaps trying to blend in with the festival crowd. As she reached him, handing over the cool metal of the tablet, the screen flickered to life. For a fleeting, almost subliminal moment, Harper saw it. A complex web of lines and nodes, intricate technical diagrams that looked like nothing she'd ever encountered. The words neural interface for genetic disorders were just barely visible in a corner of the screen before Musk quickly turned it off. Musk, his expression a mix of relief and something else Harper couldn't quite decipher. Perhaps annoyance, mumbled a quick, almost dismissive thanks, and melted back into the throng. Harper shrugged it off, focusing on getting some good shots of the evening festivities. The next morning, however, her phone buzzed with an unexpected email. It was from Austin Eats magazine. The subject line read, "Contract termination." Her heart sank as she read the terse message informing her that her contract was terminated with immediate effect due to an alleged breach of confidentiality regarding a high-profile individual she encountered at the festival. The accusation stung. She hadn't breathed a word to anyone about seeing Musk's tablet. The dismissal was just the beginning. Later that day, a knock on her apartment door revealed two men in impeccably tailored dark suits, their faces stern and unreadable. They introduced themselves as representatives of Apex Innovations, a name that sounded vaguely ominous. Their demeanor was polite but firm as they pressured Harper to sign a non-disclosure agreement, NDA. They explained it concerned her interaction with Mr. Musk and anything she might have inadvertently witnessed. To sweeten the deal, they offered her a significant sum of money, enough to cover Leo's expensive medical treatments for a whole year. The offer was tempting, almost a miracle, but Harper felt a knot of unease in her stomach. Why the secrecy? Why the sudden interest in her after a simple act of returning a lost item? Her gut told her something was wrong, and she refused to sign. Harper, now jobless and increasingly worried about their dwindling finances and the looming threat of eviction, confided in a friend who worked in social media. Her friend, outraged by the injustice, shared Harper's story online. It resonated deeply with the public. The hashtag Justice for Harper exploded on Twitter and other platforms. People were tired of powerful figures seemingly operating without consequence. They demanded answers from Musk and Apex Innovations. Harper found herself at the center of a media storm, an unwilling participant in a drama she didn't understand. Just as Harper was grappling with a mysterious email, she received a message from Ben Carter, a local investigative journalist known for his tenacious reporting. Ben had been following the online buzz about Harper and had dug into similar incidents surrounding Elon Musk's companies. He shared chilling stories of individuals who had seemingly innocuous encounters, only to be abruptly terminated from their jobs, offered suspiciously lucrative opportunities, and then disappear from public view after signing stringent NDAs. Ben's warning was clear. Harper was potentially dealing with something much bigger and more dangerous than she could imagine. As Leo's pain became more frequent and intense, Harper found herself poring over old boxes in their cramped apartment, searching for any information about her late father, Dr. David Jones. He had been a brilliant but perpetually underfunded neuroscientist. His passion focused on developing neural interfaces to treat debilitating genetic disorders. His research had been his life's work, tragically cut short by a sudden illness years ago. A vague memory surfaced, her father excitedly showing her some complex diagrams, talking about unlocking the brain's potential to heal itself. A chilling thought began to form in Harper's mind. Could the technology she glimpsed on Musk's tablet be related to her father's unfinished research? Driven by this unsettling possibility, Harper tracked down one of her father's former colleagues, Dr. Evelyn Reed, who now ran a small, discreet medical clinic just outside of San Antonio. Hesitantly, Harper showed Dr. Reed the blurry images she had managed to subtly capture of Musk's tablet screen. As Dr. Reed examined the diagrams, her face grew pale, her brow furrowed with concern. "Harper," Dr. Reed said, her voice low and grave, This is your father's work. I recognize his notations, his unique approach. But it's being misused. After David passed, Silas Thorne and his firm Apex Innovations somehow acquired his research. They're twisting his vision, trying to weaponize neural interfaces for control, not for healing. Dr. Reed explained that the experimental treatment offered for Leo likely utilized an early, untested version of this technology, warning of severe side effects reported in initial trials. She mentioned a patient named Maria Garcia who, despite showing physical improvement, was left in a state of mental disconnection. Just as the horrifying truth began to sink in, Harper received a direct message on Twitter. The sender was verified at Elon Musk. The message was brief. "Harper, I've been trying to reach you. It's urgent. Meet me at Starbase in Brownsville." He claimed the anonymous messages were his attempts to warn her. Hesitant but desperate to understand and potentially find a real solution for Leo, Harper agreed. At the sprawling SpaceX Starbase, surrounded by the awe-inspiring sight of towering rockets, Harper met with Elon Musk in a surprisingly low-key setting. He was direct and apologetic. He confirmed Dr. Reed's fears, admitting that Silas Thorne and Apex Innovations had indeed infiltrated Neuralink, their primary goal being to exploit neural technology for profit through mind manipulation, not genuine medical advancement. Musk claimed he had been fighting them from within but was increasingly concerned about their growing influence. He explained that the anonymous offer to fund Leo's treatment was a desperate attempt by his allies within Neuralink to help Harper and expose Thorne's unethical practices. The NDA was a standard tactic by Thorne to silence anyone who stumbled upon their operations. He revealed that the technology Harper saw wasn't just based on her father's research. It was his research, stolen by Thorne years ago. Musk explained that Thorne had systematically targeted and silenced anyone connected to Dr. Jones, fearing exposure. He believed the contract termination and the pressure to sign the NDA were Thorne's attempts to control the situation. Musk laid out the devastating truth. Leo's experimental treatment was incredibly risky, a potential gateway for Thorne's manipulative technology. However, he revealed that his team at Neuralink had been working in secret, refining a safer, more ethical version of her father's neural interface, one that could genuinely help Leo without the dangerous side effects. The catch: exposing Thorne and Apex Innovations was the only way to access this treatment and ensure Thorne couldn't harm others with his twisted version of the technology. This would involve going public, potentially putting herself and Leo at significant risk. Torn between the immediate hope of the anonymous treatment and the long-term promise of a safer solution that required a dangerous confrontation, Harper faced an impossible choice. The smoky Austin air, the memory of Leo's tired smile, and the weight of her father's legacy pressed down on her as she considered the path ahead. The stakes were higher than she could have ever imagined. Lessons from the story. Specifically, Harper's decision to return the lost tablet, driven by a simple sense of responsibility, inadvertently thrusts her into a dangerous conspiracy involving cutting-edge technology and corporate greed. Her refusal to sign the NDA, despite the tempting financial offer, showcases her inherent integrity and sets her on a path to uncovering the truth about her father's stolen research. This section emphasizes that you never know the impact of a single action, and that standing by your principles, even when facing uncertainty and potential hardship, can lead to uncovering important truths and challenging powerful entities. It also hints at the theme that technology, while holding immense potential for good, can be easily corrupted by the pursuit of profit, highlighting the need for ethical considerations and individual courage in safeguarding its responsible development and use.